Hey, have you ever noticed how you can spend 5 minutes with certain people and suddenly you feel like you can do anything? And then you spend 5 minutes with someone else and suddenly the thing you were excited about feels a little ridiculous. Isn't that interesting? The people we spend time with, the books we read, the podcasts we listen to, the social media we consume, they all subtly shape what we believe is possible. If you don't know me, I'm Mal, and today we're talking about curating your inspiration. Because whether we realize it or not, we're already curating something. The question is, what are you curating? Let me tell you a quick story. Around the time I turned 50, I found myself doing what many of us do, endlessly scrolling Instagram. And I noticed my feed was pretty much filled with these gorgeous 20 somethings, perfect skin, perfect hair, perfect lives, or at least it looked that way. And if I'm being honest, it was bringing me down. Let's face it, getting older can stir up all kinds of feelings. And one day I thought, what am I doing? Why am I feeding my brain with this every single day? And it wasn't that these women were doing anything wrong, they weren't. But I wanted to feel excited about the future and getting older, not dreaded. I wanted to see people in the second half of their life being badasses. I needed to see that some of the best years of my life could still be ahead of me. So I started being more intentional about what I surrounded myself with. I started following women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, building businesses, giving TED Talks, lifting heavy weights, dressing confidently. Little by little, I was seeing evidence that getting older could actually be incredible. And that's when it hit me. It's really hard to build that bigger life if you can't picture it. And by the way, this goes way beyond Instagram. Maybe you want to build wealth, but everyone around you spends money like it's burning a hole in their pocket. Or maybe you want to get healthier, but everything you do with people involves dinner and drinks. Maybe you want to go back to school, but everyone around you says, at your age, why bother? And it's not that you can't do those things, but it is harder to picture. Look, if you want to become someone you've never been, we have a much better shot at it if we're spending time with people, ideas, books, podcasts, and communities that help us believe it's possible. Because whether we realize it or not, we're always curating something. So why not curate your inspiration? Here's my challenge for you this week. Just take 10 minutes and do a quick audit. Who are you spending your time with? What are you reading? What are you watching? And then ask yourself, is this making my future feel bigger or smaller? If the answer is smaller, you don't need to overhaul your life. You can still enjoy the things that make life fun. But try adding one new source of inspiration, one thing that's going to make your world feel bigger. One book, one podcast, one person, one thing that makes you think, huh, maybe I could do that too. Because sometimes all it takes is a reminder that your future might be a whole lot bigger than you've been imagining. So until next time, don't forget, you were made for more. Let's go get it.